everyone. Welcome back. We all cricket fans are exhilarated about the commencement of India and England Test series. That is all set to start from June 20th. We all know that this Indian team is quite different as it has a lot of youngsters and not very experienced players. However, if we talk, then the young Indian team will be led by our most favourite youngster, Shubman Gill. Rishabh Pant will be the vice captain and the wicket keeper. If we talk, all of them have just completed their IPL and have been pretty much successful. Shubman Gill has led Gujarat Titans to the playoffs this time. The team could not make it to the finals, but they played their level best. Shubman Gill has been the skipper for Gujarat Titans for the past few times and has also been in a very good mode ever since. If we see, then of course Shubman Gill will make no stone unturned to get Indian team to the victory in the Test series for the first time, because this will be the time as India gets their new team back to action. And this team is filled with youngsters, so it means we have a lot of passion, aggression and a lot of fun moments unlocking in. If we talk about the analysis of England team, or rather the breakdown, let's have a quick look at it. Starting with the skipper, Ben Stokes. He has played 111 test matches and has scored 6,721 runs till of now, out of which 13 centuries were hit by him. Giving back to his all-round performance, he had took 213 test wickets. Now, if we get more to the players, then if we talk about Shoaib Bashir, he is the youngest English spinner to get a fifer in test cricket for their team, and the best figure is 9 wickets for 143 runs. Talking about some other players, then Harry Brook has a very high strike rate and we all have seen it. He is amazing with his shots and has a knowledge of where to hit and how to hit. Talking about him, he is the fastest English player to reach 800 test runs and also has a triple century. He also has a test average above 60 that is considered as a very good one. Talking about the rest of the players, let's go into it. If we talk about Bryden Cars, that he has been a good player for now, as he had took 27 wickets with an average of 19.85 in 5 matches that he has played. It's a pretty good performance to start off with as a test player. If we move on, then we have Zach Crawley, and we all have seen him. Zach is an amazing batter who knows how to handle pressure and play under it. If we see, then he has played 54 test matches for the country, in which he had amassed 3,023 runs with the highest score of 267. Isn't this just so great? I mean, a player who knows how to handle pressure, does not crumble under it, and leads his teams to good victories is something that we all want in every team. Coming forward, if we talk about Ben Duckett, he's another very powerful batter for England team, or rather the strength of pillar for them. Ben Duckett's ability to power shot and acknowledge every corner of the stadium is just something we cannot come over. If you talk about Ben Duckett's performance, then he has played 33 test matches, out of which he has scored 2,410 runs. Let me know if you also like him or some other player for England cricket in the opening pair. Talking about another big name, or I would say the biggest name in English cricket that we all have heard a lot about, is Joe Root. Joe Root is something so commendable that I can just not describe it in words. The way he plays, the way he carries himself on the field is something that is unmatchable, not just for the team but for everybody. If we talk about Joe Root's test career till now, then he has played 153 matches in which he had scored 13,006 runs with 36 centuries. And I'm sure that he's going to carry this form against India. Of course, I don't want that, but still, watching Joe Root bat is something that I will always look up to when I'm watching England series. If we talk about the wicket keeper, then as England contested against Zimbabwe, then they had Jamie Smith as the wicket keeper, and I think he'll be the same player who will go for it. If we talk, he's quite young and he's just 24 years old, but has impressed the England crowd with his skills. Chris Woakes, then he is the right arm bowler who has been amazing and in all the series if we have seen about it. And Chris Woakes is definitely one player who would want to get over it. If we talk about the general bowling attire of England, then we have Shoaib Bashir, Bryden Cars, then Jamie Overton, Josh Tongue and Chris Woakes as the main bowlers. they would definitely want to make conditions tough for India so that India does not win their matches. However, I think the Indian squad has good players and has good alternatives, so they can definitely register a win there. Coming to our team, the Indian team, we all have seen a good transition. If we see, my heart is very happy and my eyes lit up with joy whenever I realize that Shubman Gill is the new skipper. Not just because he's my favorite, but in general. If we see, then Shubman has been in a really good zone till now and also knows how to handle pressure as a captain because he has been captaining Gujarat Titans. Of course, to play as an Indian player or to play as a captain at 25 years of age, it's rather a tough task, but I'm sure that he'll be able to handle it. If we see, then this is the transition phase of the Indian team that none of us wanted to see, but we had to. Because this comes with the retirement of our beloved cricketers Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. Of course, none of us were ready for it, but we have to accept that Indian team has to move along, and not just move along, but rather win the matches as they used to. About Shubman Gill, he is somebody very different in Test cricket, and we have seen it. His favorite ground is Narendra Modi Stadium when he batted against New Zealand, and this was something that is just commendable. If we talk about Shubman Gill as a player, then he has played 32 test matches as of yet and has scored 1,893 runs, with the highest score being 128. Shubman Gill is not just a skipper, not just a batter, but an amazing player. If we see, then put him into any role, but I think he's the most suitable role. He has the most suitable role for being the opener. If we talk about the other players, then Yashasvi Jaiswal, the rising star of Indian cricket. He has been in a very different zone and was the player to have the fastest half century in IPL. If you talk about him, he knows how to play and when to play. He knows how to play defensively, he knows how to play aggressively. If we talk about his test career, then he has played 19 test matches and has scored 1,798 runs, with the highest score being 214 unbeaten. Yashasvi has been emerging as a very nice player, especially after his test knock of 161 in Perth against Australia. Ever since, his demand for the team is just increasing and we all are just wanting him to score even more. Now, if we talk about some experienced batters that of course we need, then one of the most favorite name will be KL Rahul. KL Rahul has delivered consistently, especially in the IPL, and we all have seen it. If you talk about KL Rahul's test career, then he has played 58 test matches in which he has 3,257 runs. KL Rahul is not just a name, it's a brand. And yes, it is. KL Rahul is the person around which our cricket or our batting will revolve, because he is an experienced player and he knows how to control and play under pressure. If we talk about others, then Rishabh Pant is of course one name that has not just evolved, but has also got his recognition. He was the most expensive IPL player, but could not deliver up to the mark. However, everybody has a rough patch and everybody goes through it. If we talk about Rishabh Pant, then he has played 43 test matches in which he has 2,998 runs. His main work will be to play as a good wicketkeeper and take catches just as he does. Now, if we talk about Ravindra Jadeja, then he is the best all-rounder of all times and he has proved it ample amount of times. If we see, then in his test career, he has taken 323 wickets and he was the quickest bowler to take 200 test wickets. Ravindra Jadeja is someone that we can always rely upon when the team needs to win. When he comes to bat or bowl, we know that it's our game. If we see, then the best performance has been 9 wickets and he had the highest score of 175 unbeaten. Of course, Ravindra Jadeja would be a vital player for the Indian team, especially in such an important tournament. Talking about Karun Nair, who has made his comeback in the IPL and was very famous after he said that, "Dear cricket, just give me one more chance." He had played his last test match in 2017 and has not got a chance ever since. I hope that the way he's performing and the way in which he's trying to come back, I hope that he gets to bat in the whites very soon for India. Let me know, what do you think about? Talking about our bowling attack, it is power-packed. And if we talk about Shardul Thakur, then he has played 11 matches in which he has taken 31 wickets. If we talk about Jasprit Bumrah, the name who will always be there and the name who has always shown bright. He had injuries in the last tournament, but has come back even stronger as we saw him playing for Mumbai Indians. Jasprit Bumrah has took 200 wickets and is the only player to have 200 wickets below the test average of 20. In the 45 matches he has played, he has taken 205 wickets with the best vigor of 6 wickets, giving away only 27 runs. Jasprit Bumrah, of course, will be the biggest key factor if India wants to edge their dominance over the English cricketers. Talk about Prasidh Krishna. He has played test matches but has not got a lot of experience. However, this time his journey was very nice in the IPL, as he has got the purple cap for being the leading wicket taker, and I'm sure he will get chances in the test matches. If we talked about Arshdeep Singh, a player who has been playing for India for quite long but has not got a chance to make his test debut. He can also make his test debut in at least one of the matches. If we talk about Kuldeep Yadav, our most favourite player, because he knows how to handle the pressure very well and he bowls with consistency. If we talk, then he has taken 50 wickets and out of which 4 came as 5-wicket hauls.